Some clients prefer to place or email their account manager to request a booking. This is the trigger here. Referring back to our employee administration system, the account manager's privileges have to be checked first to see if they have the required rights to make the booking, both for clients in general and for this particular client in question. A good customer management strategy is to have tiers in your customer definition framework to ensure that you don't expend too little effort for high-value customers or too much effort for problematic, hard-to-please, highly indebted customers. As they say, cheap customers are very expensive, and you want to minimize this cost with the prime objective of ensuring your loyal, constantly spending customers are well taken care of. Reviewing demand against the client profile will always be important when using a variable pricing model, because you want to give the right price to the right client to make sure to give a price optimized for both client value and business opportunity leveraging. Now, depending on the client management mandate for that particular client and particular account manager, there might be knowledge that the account manager has that is not accounted for in the analytics or AI models. In this case, you want to make sure to empower the account manager to make the right business decision, both for the business and for the client. At the same time, you want to make sure that in the instance where the account manager is up to some dodgy business for clients that are friends or something more, they can be held accountable for it. In the case that the override is legitimate, you want to ensure that the opportunity cost is as minimal as possible. You also want to make sure that the account manager knows it as well, so that they can make an informed decision if the process is legitimate, or that you can prove they knowingly acted improperly in the case that the override is not legitimate. Concessions or override legitimacy should be defined upfront as part of the contextualized governance model and not ad hoc. Otherwise, the system can be abused and it can become impossible to discern genuine business transactions from transactions imbued with intention to defraud and corruption. It's always prudent to ensure that the paper trail records every detail of transaction to aid future investigations if required. At some point, the matter has to be exposed, dealt with, or filed for later investigation. Either way, any good fraud leakage mitigation governance model will have multiple people from different sides of the business notified when such issues occur, so as to deter any cover-ups. We move on to policy compliance. The trigger in this instance is the loading of a new client by an account manager. Now, if you think about what the account manager is feeling at this moment, they just landed a new client, all excited and enthusiastic, eager to record their first sale. You can see how a lot of things can go wrong here from a policy compliance perspective. There are many ways to enforce policy compliance, some with more business cost than others. It's all about balancing risk with the business cost of mitigating that risk. It's always a fine line between pleasing a client and violating policy in a way that can result in potential big losses for the business. Special accounts should already have a set evaluation framework embedded in the data-driven revenue assurance ecosystem. This will ensure proper evaluation run-through as opposed to just loading a client name, then flagging it as a special account. The account assessment criteria will obviously require inputs from the account manager. It can be assumed that the account manager would be looking to defraud the business if they load criteria values that classify a clearly non-qualifying client as a special account. The account assessment criteria will obviously require inputs from the account manager. They can be thought of as intentionally looking to defraud the business if they load criteria values that classify a clearly non-qualifying client as a special account. And that's it for Chapter 3. We've now come to the end of our revenue assurance course. Time to go and do some effective, impactful, and business benefiting leakage hole plugging. Thanks for watching. Cheers for now.